Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me and allowing me to continue to be your daily advocate. If you're new here or you're not subscribed for any reason, please do me a huge favor and hit the subscribe button. Thank you to all of you who have been watching and following me for so long. It truly means a lot, and I'm glad that I can be this person.
I think most of us here in the XRP community are expecting a decisive victory in favor of Ripple. And it's needed because the entire crypto asset class is certainly under attack. But specifically at this point, XRP holders. Stuart Alderati, who is Ripple's general counsel, so he's their top in-house legal guy, he wrote an article for Real Clear Markets titled, "This will be a decisive year for crypto's future in the United States," and I thought it would make for a nice little Sunday evening video to cover this. Now, before I get into it, I want to share with you what he tweeted out regarding this. He wrote, "Less than a quarter into 2022. There's no doubt in my mind this is the year where all eyes will be on crypto regulation. I penned an op-ed for Real Clear Markets on what the crypto industry needs from US policymakers in order to foster American innovation. Just in the past 2 weeks, we've had the executive order and a bipartisan letter," and then he lists a bunch of people in Congress, regarding the SEC's overly burdensome covert campaign against crypto companies. By the way, folks, he is not kidding. There are all sorts of people. It's not like all of government is bad. There are people that are in the government and actually rooting for the long-term viability of crypto, and they're actually some people are actually invested themselves, right? And then he writes, "These policymakers recognize the vast potential of these technologies and the consequences of crypto innovation and talent moving overseas without regulatory clarity. The stakes are high." And it is amazing that the SEC just doesn't seem to give a damn about anything. They just want to light everything on fire. They just want to break everything that all these entrepreneurs have been working on for, in some cases, over a decade. Really grinds my gears, folks. But before going further, I do want to be clear, I do not have a legal or financial background of any kind. I'm not offering legal or financial advice, and you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who enjoys making YouTube videos about crypto topics, but just as a hobby and just for fun. In we go. Technological progress is often met with resistance. Unfortunately, this obstruction can create a self-fulfilling prophecy where innovation is stifled and competition restrained, all because of the knee-jerk objections from skeptics, incumbents, or the uninformed. By the way, I don't know if this just happened to you, but I just had a vision of Elizabeth Warren flash in my head. It's like, makes my skin crawl. Anyway, peace continues. This is where we are with crypto today. We have passed the inflection point. People have different views on it, but no one can deny the public interest in and growing usage of these new technologies. But with 2022 being touted as the year of crypto regulations, the industry's future and America's role in it are on the line. Will Congress and regulators collaborate with the industry on a rational regulatory framework that protects consumers and markets? Or will the industry continue to be forced to grapple with regulatory ambiguity and inconsistent enforcement? First, it's important to consider the tremendous growth of cryptocurrencies and digital assets over the past several years. Ripple was founded in 2012 with the goal of using blockchain technology and cryptocurrency to dramatically improve the speed, cost, transparency, and reliability of cross-border payments around the world. By the way, it's worth pausing to note here, and I think I shared this a long time ago on the channel, but there's video of current SEC Supreme Leader and Dictator Kim Jong-Gensler. There's video of him before he was Supreme Leader, back in, I think it was 2018, and he was teaching a class at MIT, if I'm not mistaken, but there's video of him doing this, and he's describing the actual utility of XRP. So he understands how it works. He understands that XRP can be used as a bridge currency, and he was absolutely recognizing how useful that is and how it can change the way that money moves around the planet. And so at the time, of course, he didn't know he would one day be running the SEC as SEC chair. And now he's running the SEC, and the SEC is claiming that there is no utility to XRP, but Gensler highlighted it and admitted that it was. Now fine, back then it is true that he still said that he thought both Ethereum and XRP back then were securities, and I'd take him to task on that comment as well. But still, even just on the idea of utility, he does not dispute that, or at least he didn't back then. Maybe he does now because he's running the SEC, so he has to pretend to change his views, basically. But it is what it is. That's the world that we live in. Peace continues. Blockchain technologies are transforming the way we exchange value and information. The cryptocurrency market roughly quadrupled in 2021, and a majority of chief financial officers surveyed by CNBC agree digital assets are for real. Newsweek reports about 46 million Americans now own cryptocurrency. CoinDesk explores how an increasing number of people of color are participating in crypto after finding themselves locked out of traditional finance. Second is the misguided litigation initiated by the SEC against Ripple in December 2020. Since the SEC's unfounded suit against Ripple was filed, it has become increasingly clear, as we said from the very beginning, that the case is a haphazard attempt to regulate the cryptocurrency and blockchain industry as a whole. Yeah, I'll tell you what, folks. My humble opinion is that the way that the SEC has been going about conducting this case, I mean, just the pretrial stuff, it's like a damn circus. They can't keep track of their own false arguments. And it's just like at times, they take completely opposing viewpoints on various topics. They're basically arguing with themselves. These asshats, they don't know what the hell they're doing. It's like, do you even lawyer, bro? And I think the answer is no for them. Peace continues. The lawsuit against Ripple won't be the last. SEC Chair Gensler has warned of increased enforcement actions against the industry. Ill-conceived ad hoc litigation, instead of orderly rulemaking, hobbles the entire digital asset ecosystem. If there's one lesson of this litigation for the entire cryptocurrency industry and users, it's that regulation by enforcement doesn't provide the regulatory clarity needed by innovators and consumers. Unfortunately, in an effort to advance its own jurisdiction, the SEC seems to prefer what one current commissioner described as pursuing an agenda of strategic ambiguity. That's a quote, folks. Strategic ambiguity. The industry is not asking to be free of regulation. Rather, the industry is clamoring for clear rules of the road to foster innovation and growth around these technologies. Think about this, my friends, my fellow XRP community members. Ripple has been so clear for the entirety of their existence, almost a full decade now, how they want to work with regulators, not against them. They want to work with banks, not against them. And they have been, and they have found some degrees of success. Obviously, there's some degree of clarity. I mean, XRP has literally been declared an actual currency by an agency within the federal government, so that's something. Then you just have the SEC after that saying, okay, well, it's also a security. So you have a currency security. What the hell kind of hybrid monster is that? I don't even understand. It doesn't make no damn sense to move it. Steaming my vegetables, just thinking about it, folks. Anyway, the piece continues. Thoughtful regulation, consistently applied, leads to predictable results. SEC Chair Gensler says today's cryptocurrency market is like a football field with no ref. To the contrary, the SEC has created an unlevel playing field where they get to pick winners and losers according to an ambiguous set of rules they make up as they go along. The reality is that economic competitors around the world are moving quickly to use and implement digital assets, blockchain-enabled real-time payments, and central bank digital currencies, or CBDCs for short. Blockchain technology is advancing with or without cooperation for US regulators, and it will be the American public who get left behind if the government cannot keep up. As a proud American company, it is discouraging to see talent and businesses and tax dollars leave the United States due to this uncertain and unwelcoming environment. Let me just pause to note, Jay Clayton, when he was posed with this question, what do you say to those businesses that are leaving the United States? They're going to other countries to do the work in crypto and blockchain because there's not regulatory clarity here. And you know what Jay Clayton said on camera? He said, good riddance. He said, good riddance to him. He did not, and he was smug about it. He doesn't care that he was just crippling innovation in the United States in the sector. Didn't give a damn. These people are awful, folks. Peace continues. Major industry players such as FTX and Crypto.com are headquartered outside of the United States, which is materially hurting the US leadership and innovative potential by causing a crypto brain drain. Developing a regulatory framework for cryptocurrencies and digital assets will not be a simple exercise. But threatening innovators with suits at every turn will have tragic consequences for the benefits and economic growth that digital assets and blockchain have the potential to unlock. Fortunately, there are existing legislative proposals from members on both sides of the political aisle to modernize facets of the current financial services oversight structure to create a framework tailored for crypto. I believe deeply in this approach, and that is the reason Ripple laid out a framework designed to offer an immediate and pragmatic way forward, which accounts for the dynamism I don't know if I said that weird dynamism. I promise I can speak mouth words of digital assets. And I do agree with this too. Look, I am very optimistic, and I think most in our community are, that XRP, look, it's here to stay. This case, it's going to be settled or fully adjudicated in favor of Ripple, and it'll be behind us at some point, and then XRP is just going to throw. I don't think, and I just, fine, maybe we're all biased, fine, but still, just logically looking at all the facts and circumstances, I'm not aware of members within our community that think that it's probable that this won't go well for Ripple and XRP holders. And again, fine, you could say some of that's biased, but I don't think so. I don't think that I'm tricking myself into thinking that this is going to go well for Ripple and XRP. I don't think I'm tricking myself into believing, because I want to be a realist here. I believe that I am. Biases be damned. I'm just saying. I don't think you could have an unbiased participant. In this case, we're talking about judges who come in eventually that start blank slates. I don't see how they can be blank slates and then just learn the real facts and circumstances surrounding this and be like, oh yeah, SEC's right. Because nobody thinks that. The only people that think that the SEC is right about their claims against XRP specifically and Ripple are the lawyers at the SEC and also Joseph Lubin. That's it. That's pretty much it. And a couple attorneys at Anderson Kill Law Firm. That's about it. I haven't found any others. I swear on my life, I have not found any other attorneys on the planet that think that the SEC is on the right. That's it. There's almost none. And then he wraps up the article by saying, I hope policymakers reassess their approach to regulating crypto before the damage is past a point of no return. Ripple and the rest of the industry will continue innovating. Congress and regulators must work together to provide regulatory clarity to the crypto industry. Otherwise, 2023 could mark the first year of a country other than the US leading the digital asset revolution. Golf clap from Mr. Alderati, folks. That's a fantastic article. I love that the word's just getting spread more and more. It really is. I mean, think about this. I know we wish that even more mainstream media was picking up the story, but some has. I mean, think about all of the mainstream articles. I mean, you're talking about Forbes, New York Post, you're talking about Fox Business Network. Like, Fox Business Network wouldn't pick this up if it were nothing. Like, this is a huge freaking deal. And it's going to impact the future of crypto in the United States forever.
So enjoy your day, everybody. I'm always here for you. Leave any comments or questions below, and be sure to subscribe. But thanks, everybody. I really appreciate you. Enjoy your day, and I always have your back. So thanks so much, everybody.